Hello everyone, welcome to today's edition. In this edition, I wanted us to discuss a topic that says love and respect. Love and respect. In a marriage, in a relationship, no matter the one you find yourself in, love and respect plays together. Now, the Bible made us understand that the work of a man in a relationship, the work of a man in a marriage is to love the wife, while the work of a woman is to submit to the man. So some ladies these days, you find yourself in a relationship that you notice that this man doesn't really love you like that. There are some kind of love that is just natural. He can actually show to someone else. But when someone really loves you, and love goes with affection, when someone really have affection for you, it's different feelings, and it's only you that can tell that. Someone may even say, I married this guy and I told you. It's you that knows it's your spirit, your soul will even testify to it. So you find yourself in a relationship, you notice that this man don't really love you that much, but you really love him, and you think you can get into marriage with such person, and you feel like as long as you love him, that's enough. It's not enough, because your work as a woman is to submit to the man, while the man's work is to love you. So if you get into marriage with a man who doesn't really love you like that, who loves you but not a sacrificial love, you will be the one doing both the loving and the submission. Even the Bible made us understand that the kind of love a man is supposed to have for a woman is a love without limit. It's everything love gives, everything love has to offer, a sacrificial love. And the Bible clearly that a man should love his wife just like his own body. And now you see that in case you say the man, does he love himself? But not talk more of looking for who to love. Christ now made it clear, in case you will come and start saying that, love your wife just as Christ loved the church. So you have no excuse. And how did Christ love the church? The love Christ has for the church is a sacrificial love. He has to even sacrifice himself for the sake of the church. Christ can do anything for the church. That means if you have to love a woman, you should be ready to sacrifice for her, do everything for her. Sometimes as a man, there is something you really want to do, but your wife is no good with it. She doesn't like that. It can get her hurt. You sacrifice for her. You find yourself in a relationship with a lady who your wife doesn't want. You sacrifice for her, while she is doing this submission. But you see, in a relationship, there is respect. That's a respect that is required of all. It wouldn't say because a woman's work is just to respect it, which to submit to you and also respect you as a man, so your own is to love her. Do you know that you cannot actually love a woman who you don't respect? Respect in a kind of level, in a sense that you wanted to do something and it's getting her hurt. Love goes with respect. Somehow when you truly love someone, you're ready to practice what love is all about. You find that respect is also in it. But that's why you see the Bible did not use the word respect for a woman. The Bible used the word submission. Those words are two different words, though respect is also found inside it. Submission means giving it away, giving yourself to a particular person. A man can decide to do something outside and then come home and say, my dear, I did this. For a woman, if as you're outside, before you do that, you call your husband. Did you get it? Before you do that, you call your husband. That is that work of submission. You have no right to do anything and come back to your husband to start telling him. You have your cell phone, you call. That is the difference between respect and love. Now, a man will do it and come home and tell you, that is the respect. If it's something that is very tedious, that even if you do it and come home and tell your wife, it's still somehow that she wasn't aware, she didn't plan it with you ahead of time. That is the one you now bring home first. But there are some certain decisions a man can make outside and take action on, and then return home and tell a woman, is the respect. He can actually decide not to tell you. But for him to tell you is a respect. Now, for you not to do it until your husband approves it as a woman is the submission. You see this respect we are talking about? That's why in some of my videos I also talked about women making sure you have something doing. You get into marriage with giving up everything for marriage. You wouldn't want to do anything for yourself. I remember those days when I went to buy a television. I wanted to get a bigger television. A male sex rep that was in that place was like, Mom, you're not married. I know you're not married. If you have this kind of big television in your house, when people come into your house, they feel like you're doing you're prostituting. How did you get this kind of big thing? That is the mentality people have about women. You find yourself in a business that has to do with a lot of men. They can never believe that a woman can do that business without sleeping with men there. They'll feel like, so many men around her, should be sleeping with her. I'm very sure of that. So because of what people say, because of how people reason, some women tend to forget about what they actually like and what they really want. You prepare yourself so much for marriage, you forget about what your life is all about. You give up everything just because of what friends or people will say, people around you will say. And then you get into marriage and become a burden, a liability, a problem for a man. No matter how a man comes out there and tell you he can do it all, it's not true. Pressure can make a man reason in another way. And you become a housewife and stay there. By the time you stay in the house 1 year, 2 years, some things the man will even come home, he need to discuss with you. He'll be looking at you that you will not understand. Your IQ is too low, you're not even in the same level. For him to discuss with you, he has to explain from the primary aspect. Because you're not bringing anything reasonable apart from eating food. And then he goes out there, before you know it, you have a female relationship. Men like productive women, I'm telling you. Even if your husband or your boyfriend claims that it doesn't matter, my day, it matters in marriage. After 1 year to start mattering, it matters a lot. Then he find out that he go out there, he starts admiring those women who are productive. He comes home and he tells, this lady is so productive. Her husband is lucky to have her. As beautiful as she is, yet she's so hardworking. And you'll be feeling like a home woman. Your respect will be dropping. Some you know the kind of world we find ourselves these days. People uses what they have to get what they don't have. So many ladies now who has the cash, who has the connection, who has the ability to make money. When they find some kind of men that they like, that they fall in love with. Like I told you, in every relationship, one person has to do one and the other one does one. Now, a man work, the Bible has said it is to love. Why a woman work is to submit. But in this world now, we find out that sometimes the woman will be the one to fall in love. And mostly it happens in the angle of a married man meeting a single lady. Or a single man meeting a married woman. Now, when that woman has the money that the man needs, you know that men like money. A man can give up anything for money. It doesn't matter how much he loves you. That's why I say love cannot stand alone. Love needs to have respect built inside it. And how can you have your own man build respect inside the love he has for you? It's for you to do things that are respect. Things that can be respected, that has a package in it. Not lying down in the house every time and tying wrapper up and down. Even if he had respect for you to drop. If your man find himself in the hand of a woman who is hardworking and financially buoyant, the lady falls in love with him, the lady will be doing the loving. And because the lady has what he wants, he will play everything to get what he wants. And because he's a man who values a woman who is productive, definitely he will respect her in that angle. And before you know it, the lady is the one doing the loving for your husband, and your husband is the one doing the respecting. You find that such situation, you tell your husband that you don't like this girl, the closeness he has with this lady, you don't like it, and he will give you one excuse or the other. Before you know it, he cannot even walk up to the girl and say, my wife is getting hurt by the closeness we have, by our relationship. I want to end it. He can't even walk up to her because he has respect for the girl. He doesn't want the girl to feel bad. Now the woman is doing the loving, the man is doing the respect because of what the woman have. But if you're a wife and you are standing strong in your feet, you are being useful, you support your husband both financially and all the way, it will be easier. It will be easier to avoid all those things. Yes, the work of a man is to provide anything that needs to be provided in the house, as long as it has to do with money. Leadership, anything leadership carries. But at the same time, the Bible calls us a helpmate, meaning that in some areas where your husband will find it difficult, you help him. If you're not there to help your husband in some this difficult situation, that is when he will find himself lying on another woman's shoulder looking for financial assistance. Definitely, one thing men run away from is to see their family hungry. A man can do anything to feed his family. Now, if you're a housewife and a man is struggling those kind of things, and there's a woman there who has the money, who is ready to help him out on that make life easier for him, you think he will come and say because of you that is in the house, he will not do it? After all, he's struggling so that you will eat. You're lying down in the room. That is why it's required that every woman should be useful. If you want to have a peaceful, respectable, and honorable marriage, you have to be hardworking, just like you, just as a perfect woman you should be. You have to be hardworking. If you are not hardworking, you may suffer some certain things. Because I tell you, there will be a time your husband will find himself in a tight corner. He will give up the love he has for you for another thing. Because no man can withstand his children getting hungry, and when he has a way out. Marriage is just a part of success you need. Part of success you need in life is not the only thing. Don't say because people will think this, some ladies are even scared of buying a car. They feel like if they have their own car, people will think this, people will think that, and then they will be saving all their money so that if they marry, they will just hand over the whole money to the man. They are not serious. Go and invest it. You see, when God comes, everyone, both man and woman, will stand before God and give account of what they did with their life. No man will stand for you. So be useful, just as a man is working hard to be useful financially and all the way, even in his family. That's the same way a woman should be useful. That's the same way a woman should be useful. That's why in a home, I always advise that when you are married, everything, you see, marriage is unity. Everything that has to be in a home, it has to be done in a unity form. Togetherness. Sometimes when your wife go into the kitchen to cook, it is not necessary that if you come into the kitchen, you will follow her and cook and all that. But sometimes when she go into the kitchen, you follow her into the kitchen. Not necessarily that you'll be cooking. Follow her into the kitchen. You put up a discussion. Give her a company. If there is a little thing you have to help her out to do, please help me with that knife there. You help her. Going inside the kitchen in your house doesn't make you less of a man. When I was asking someone one time ago, I said, if you have a wife and then you guys wanted to go out, do you find it fun opening a door, the car door for your wife to go in, then you close it before going into your car? And then when you guys arrive, you do the same thing, open the door, and then she comes out. I saw how funny it was to the person. He was like, that's a Nollywood life. It doesn't exist. Who does that? You open a door for a woman. Can't she open it? That is it. And for a man to love a woman, he has to love her all through. Like love without limits. Love without pride. Loving your wife and doing things for your wife does not make you less of a man. It makes you a man. Even according to the pattern the Bible have laid for love, for you to love your wife the way Bible is what makes you a real man. It doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you a real man. So men find it difficult to do some certain things for their wife because they put pride into their marriage. They feel like if they do it is disrespecting. You cannot help your wife to do any house chores because you feel you're a man. How can you be doing house chores? It's not the way life is. It's not the way life is. And that is why I always advise women should make sure they find that a man who really loves them selflessly, love with sacrifice, a sacrificial love, the love that has affection, the love that have humility without pride, love that can do anything for you without limit, without any form of pride or thinking it can bring him down as a man. Then how can you know a man who loves you like that? It's you who knows it. That's why I say no woman should get into marriage, or even man getting into marriage because of what people are saying. Marry her now, she's so beautiful, she's this and that. It's you that knows what your spirit is telling you. You're standing before a man as a woman. Can you submit to that man despite what? Or are you standing before a man who your head is almost the same size, and then you feel like, how can you submit? You feel so proud to submit to a man. You don't marry such a person, no matter what people are saying. You don't marry a man because he always takes you from one place to another. Anywhere he's going to, he wants to go and visit friends, family, he wants to carry along. That's not the way a man shows love. So many women get carried away because of that. A man is carrying you from one place to another. If he's going to church, he wants to go with you. If he's going to visit, he's going to birthdays, he's going to anything. He wants to showcase you. You think he loves you. No. If you're beautiful and you're looking good, you have package, everything is well arranged as a human being, why can't he show you to everyone? Even if he hates you, he will want to show you even when you are not friends, when you are not dating, even just a friend, he will still want to show you around. Men like good looking, attractive ladies around them. So when a man is carrying you around, and because you know that you're attractive, you're a beautiful lady, don't mistake it as love. Because by the time you get into marriage, he won't be doing that. He will be so busy with other things. And that love that you need to receive from him has to come in another way. And he's not ready to give it. The only way you think he loved you was carrying you around. And now he's not carrying you around. So how will you feel love from a man? It's only you who knows a man who really loves you. In some of my videos, I have doubled down one of the ways to make a right choice in marriage. One of the ways to make a right choice in marriage. Because marriage is a place where you get in and the door is closed, you're in, you're going nowhere. If you do it wrongly, you have missed it out. If you do it rightly, you will enjoy it. Don't fear to succeed as a woman. Don't fear to succeed. Don't fear to have a successful things around you, because you feel like that's what makes you appear a submissive woman. You know, when a woman have everything that it takes, you feel like she's a proud woman. Can she submit to you? No. Being good is not by achievement. Being good is right inside. Because there are still poor ladies who does nothing, who are very full of themselves, that they just need to pretend. By the time they get into marriage and get one or two, they will have power and start messing up with you. That is just it. Marriage has to be taken care of. And the step to taking care of marriage is from your relationship, your courtship. Some people who get into marriage without courting the person, most times it's a trialogue. Respect and love. Submission and love in marriage. It has to be shared. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.